It's done. Finally, sub 2:30 after 4 attempts. It's done. Finally, sub 2:30 after 4 attempts. Literally just got back to the hotel. It's 6 o'clock local. Yeah, just all over the shop. So anyway, thanks for the support, everyone. My legs are absolutely mangled. I was in the medical tent for half an hour, but I'm fine. So yeah, just all over the shop emotionally. So anyway, off to get a beer. That'll sort the legs out. Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for tuning back into the channel. Just a quick, if you could hit the like and subscribe button, that would help the channel greatly, help it grow for the future. So in this video, I just want to do a quick Boston recap, really. Just explain before the race, after the race, what I got right, what I got wrong. Hopefully provide a few hints and tips for people that are planning to do Boston next year or in the future. If you've got any questions, put them in the comments below and I'll try and get back to as many people as possible. So yeah, let's get into the video. So in the previous video, I mentioned that I stayed for the first time near the start line in Boston. I think quite a few people do that now. It just basically means getting up at 7 or 8 o'clock and having breakfast as opposed to 4 o'clock in the morning. So I had a bit of a lie-in, which definitely helped. I stayed out near Westborough in the Hilton. I'll put that up on the screen now. It worked really well. They laid on a bus which took us to the start line, and I got to the staging area for the start about an hour before the actual race, which was absolutely perfect. So that side of things went really well. The weather was great, a little bit chilly, completely clear, sunny. As mentioned, there was a slight headwind, and that did come into the race a little bit stronger in the last 10 kilometres. So yeah, a little bit of a nagging headwind, but that's the only thing that you could criticise about the weather. The only thing I might change perhaps is getting there one day later, maybe. I got out to Westborough on the Friday night, or the Friday afternoon, which meant I had 3 nights there before the race, and there is literally nothing there apart from one very good pub, actually, which done some good food. But without that, it would have been Uber Eats every single night. So yeah, 2 nights would have been a lot better than 3. I don't think that would have affected my race if I got there later. It's very quiet on the Friday night, but runners did start to turn up on the Saturday and Sunday. But I think on the Thursday night, I think there might have been about 10 people in a 300-room hotel, so it's very quiet. Moving on to the main event, the race itself. I thought it'd be quite good if I just brought up Strava and just talked through a few key moments in the race and what was going through my mind at the time and how I felt. So here it is. So here we are, Boston Marathon, time 2:28:45. I'll just take you through the mile splits, the start of the race. My plan beforehand was to certainly not run too hard. It does drop a lot in the first couple miles. Big drop in elevation, and the worst thing you can do is run too hard for your legs there. I did run a little bit quicker than I thought I wanted to, but it did feel really comfortable. I mean, I could have probably ran 5:10s down there and it still wouldn't have felt too hard. But I got to mile 5 here, you can see it flattens out quite a bit. My heart rate was holding steady at around about 170. And then, as you can see, the course flattens out up to about 10-11 miles. You climb a little bit, you drop again, and you come into the halfway point. I came up, my halfway split was 1 hour 13:08, so I knew I had about just under 2 minutes in the bank, so to speak. You get to the bottom of Wellesley Hill, and then you know from experience, if you run before, that basically that's where the race starts. You've got the Newton, you come into the Newton Hills here, and this is where the course gets really tough. My plan was that I basically got about 2 minutes in the bank, so I could afford not to burn too much energy up the hills. So you can see my heart rate wasn't stretching going up the hills. It was trying to keep a steady effort. So you've got 4 hills there, the Newton Hills, and the last one is Heartbreak Hill. You can see my heart rate's getting up towards 180 there. I'm really working hard there, and you can see the split. 21 mile split is 6 minutes a mile, climbing 95 feet. But as soon as you crest Heartbreak Hill, then you've got really a downhill run into Boston. And if your legs are feeling good from there, you can run really quick, and that's probably the key of running a really quick time. Unfortunately, my legs didn't feel great. They'd taken quite a bit of pounding. I don't think I'm a good downhill runner. So before the race, I was thinking maybe I could run 5:15s, 5:20s down here, but as you can see, just holding on to around about 5:40 really was a big effort, because my heart rate was climbing. So from the peak of Heartbreak, it was still climbing up towards 180, and the last couple of miles really I was touching 180 beats per minute, and that for me personally, that's where I'm working seriously hard. So yeah, the last mile I was really clinging on, to be honest, and got to the end, and had to have a little bit of attention inside the medical tent. Nothing major, I just don't think that I took on enough water. Maybe it's quite hard in America because it's all cups, and it's quite hard to consume any noticeable amounts of water as you go through the race. I did take 5 gels during the race, which is the most I've ever taken, but I think I probably needed to take a little bit more water. So there we go. I just wanted to quickly show you, for those of you that don't know, the Abbott World Majors website, and it's quite cool. They've got, when you do them, they bring up your results, got loads of stats here. They do a world age group ranking system where you earn points of your age group ranking. It brings up all your, it's not just the majors actually, there's other races that you can earn points for. And you can go to your 6-star journey, which is the 6 majors. Brings your fastest time up, average time, number of majors you completed. That's quite high for me because, as you can see, I've done 5 Londons, 3 Bostons, 1 Tokyo, 2 Berlins, 3 Chicagos and 1 New York. I think in here you can build your certificate, I believe, with your fastest times. I think this is probably something that I will do now and probably put on the wall behind me. Yeah, so that's quite neat. You can frame that if you wanted to. So yeah, it's all done for you. It's all automatically collated your results. So yeah, that's quite neat, I think. So I hope you found this video interesting. Please hit subscribe and like if you can to help the channel. If you have got any questions about Boston, put them in the comments below. If you are considering doing it next year, definitely do. Of all the 6 majors, it's probably the most unique, purely because you have to actually, the massives have to get a time qualifying place. It's the oldest marathon in the world by a long, long way. I think London and New York started in about 1981, I think. Boston started before in the 1890s, I believe. It's the 126th running of the marathon, so the history alone just makes it an absolutely incredible event. The atmosphere for the whole 3 or 4 days beforehand is unbelievable. The whole city gets involved. Point-to-point course is unique in itself for the 6 majors. Yeah, so if you are planning to do it, definitely do. Please also remember to check out my website, perfectsplitsrunning.com. There's shoe reviews, blogs, details on the coaching service that I've started to offer. So yeah, many thanks once again, and we'll see you next time.